Hello. I'd like to welcome our viewers from around the world and across the country. I'm attorney Alan Edmunds, and you're in the National Security Situation Room of the Edmunds Law Firm. My law firm has been helping men and women around the world, deployed and stationed here in the United States, with security clearance problems for over 40 years. Today, I'm going to respond to questions and phone calls about an important guideline that the government uses to take your security clearance. And I have spoken in other videos about Guideline B, which is foreign influence, and Guideline F, which is debt concerns. But today, an equally prevalent attack on your clearance is Guideline G, alcohol consumption. The United States government, in its directive 5220.6, watches drug and alcohol offenses of all security clearance holders. And you might say, well, how can they do that? Well, you should know that they have records and access to criminal records at state and federal level. And if you're active duty military, your misfeasance or your problem with drug or alcohol is also available to the government. So you may have a security clearance and the phone might ring and it'll be somebody requesting an interview with you, an investigative interview, and it could be Guideline G, alcohol consumption, if you've had a recent incident involving alcohol. The concern of the government is that excessive alcohol consumption often leads to questionable conduct. And what are they talking about? Well, I've handled hundreds of cases, and they're on my website and they're on the official government website at DOHA, D-O-H-A. That stands for the Defense Office of Hearings and Appeals, and it's a website that you should visit. You should go on the search line and type in my name. I have actually two listings because of the volume of cases I handle, one with my middle initial, which is V, and the other without it. But you'll see that I've represented hundreds of people with Guideline G issues. As I was saying about alcohol consumption, the DOHA agency, Defense Office of Hearings and Appeals, will issue or cause to be issued, either from its agency or from the CAF, the Central Adjudication Facility at Fort Meade, a statement of reasons. A statement of reasons is your first notification that the United States government is going to take action adverse against your clearance. And I want you to understand something, because often people are misled. The action against your clearance is adversarial. This is not a friendly environment for you, and you've got to treat it very seriously. So many times I hear from you, well, I was told by my FSO just to write a letter and everything would be great. Some clients did that, and then they got the call that their clearance is going to be denied unless they requested a hearing. Which brings me to another issue. Never waive your right to a formal hearing before DOHA. The statistics speak for themselves. If you waive your right to a hearing, there's a huge percentage of people that will lose their clearance. In fact, the best arena for you to appear in to fight the action from the government is at a personal appearance. And the question arises, can you do that yourself? And the answer, in my opinion, is you cannot. You may be a brilliant scientist, a computer scientist, a mathematician. I've represented all such individuals, but you are not trained to do the case properly in court. There will be an administrative law judge there, there will be a court reporter, and there will be a U.S. attorney representing the agency to take your clearance away. And although they may start out with a friendly demeanor, I promise you that when you leave the courtroom, if you represent yourself, you're going to feel terrible. and the stakes are too high. This is not a friendly environment. It's a hostile environment, and it's an environment that is black or white. You either keep your clearance or you don't. And for active duty military, no clearance, no job. For people in the defense industry that require secret or top secret clearance, no clearance, no job. So there is a lot riding on this court hearing, and you need professional help. My offices are located across the country, and we can help you. On the Guideline G, alcohol consumption, what I frequently see from my clients is a history of alcohol abuse. 1, 2, or 3, driving while intoxicated, public intoxication, or abuse of alcohol. How does the government find out? Well, number 1, they can give you a polygraph. Number 2, they can run you through an investigative interview, and the interviewer will ask about your weekly or daily use and consumption of alcohol. We give guidance for people prior to investigative interviews. And it's worthwhile to know the pitfalls that people often fall into that can result in an SOR that is very, very strong against you retaining your clearance. There is mitigating factors in the directive. Some of them include the passage of time. Others are an acknowledgement that by you that you have an alcohol problem. And the third most prevalent is participating in alcohol counseling. But how do you get this evidence before the court in a way that's not objected to? So I hope that this video has helped you. I hope you'll give me a call at 800-481-2526. And I hope that you'll allow the Edmunds Law Firm to come alongside you, to protect you, and to present your case to the court in a manner that levels the playing field. You know, your job is important, your career is important, and please understand both of those things are challenged here when you get a statement of reasons.